Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be learning how to export our files out of Photoshop, okay? Now we're going to be learning how to export three different types of files out of Photoshop. That's the PDF, the JPEG format, and also the PNG format, okay? I'm going to start by opening a new project or an existing project. I'm going to start by opening this project. Under color correction, I'm going to choose exercise 1 color correction. Okay, so you can go ahead and open the project. Perfect. So let's assume I'm a photographer and I just took this shot, I've edited it, and I want to export, or rather I want to save the image for print. Right now there are two ways to do this. I can export it as PDF and I can also export it as JPEG. So as PDF, if I want to export this as PDF, all I need to do is come to File and then Save As, not Export, Save As. And now we'll be required to save our file in a location and of course give it a name. So you can choose a location, but I'm just going to choose the same location we picked the file from, right? So in order to do it as PDF, all you need to do is to come here and then now you go to PDF, Photoshop PDF, you see it here. So Photoshop PDF, now this it, and all you need to do is hit save and hit OK, and then you're going to get the settings here, this save Adobe PDF settings. And all you need to do is come and choose high quality and then uncheck this, okay, because if you leave this on, the file size will be unnecessarily large and then you're basically saving a Photoshop file because you'll be able to go in and then edit the layers again. Okay, but we don't want to do that. We want to just send it to the printer, so we need to uncheck this to reduce the file size and then hit save PDF. It's going to take some time to save, and now we have our PDF saved. So we can go back to our folder and we can see our PDF here. Now we see it's 13 MB, right? 13 MB. So open it, and this is our PDF ready for printing. So we can send this to the printer and we're going to get all the necessary details we will need for a print file. Okay, now the next thing we'll be looking at is how to save in JPEG format for print. Okay, so you just come to File and then simply go to Save As. Once more, you're going to choose JPEG. You're going to choose this particular JPEG format, so click and then give it a name, right? So color correction, so exercise 1 color correction. Okay, and let's just say V1 to serve as version 1, and then you hit save and you are now brought to this place where you can choose the quality. So you can choose low quality if you want, medium quality, high quality, or maximum. I'll choose maximum because for print you really want to have the maximum quality you can get. So this is all you need to choose here. You don't need to worry about any other stuff here. And then it's now saved in our folder. Now if we go back, we're going to see it saved here. Now this is it, 8.7 MB. Now this is it for saving PDF and JPEG for print. And for some reason, sometimes your Photoshop might not show you the save as format, some of these formats. So it's just a very simple thing to fix. All you need to do is to go to edit, go to preferences. That's if you're experiencing that problem. Okay, if you're not seeing those other PDF and JPEG formats, all you then need to do is to go to preferences and then go to file handling. Okay, so go to file handling and make sure enable legacy save as is turned on. Okay, so if you turn this off, let's just see what's going to happen. So you go to File, Save As, and come here. You're going to see that we don't have those formats. You get? So in order to bring those formats back, you have to go to Preferences, and then File Handling, and then Enable Legacy Save As, and then OK. Okay, so go back. We're going to see our formats. We're going to see our formats. Perfect. Now there are other ways we could export. We could export by going to File and then go to Export and export as. Okay, you can do this for JPEG and PNG. And one other way you could export PNG is to come to quick export as PNG, then you're just going to save it and you're done. Okay, now what's a PNG file? A PNG file is basically a file with a transparent background, and you're not going to really see the difference if we save this as PNG, for example. Let's just go in and export as PNG, and then go to project files too, and let's save this as PNG. Now you're not going to see any difference. You're not going to see any difference between this PNG and this PNG. Okay, so let's open it. Okay, this JPEG and this PNG. So this is JPEG and this is PNG. You're not going to see so much difference except for the file size, right? PNG files usually have more details, so the file sizes are usually bigger than JPEG. Now you see this JPEG is 8.75 while this PNG is 18.1. okay, so PNG usually carries more details. Okay, that's why it's larger, but apart from that you will not see any difference from the preview. Okay, that's because this image doesn't have a transparent background. But let's just go to file and open and go to the folder for export from Adobe, that's 04. Open the HF Creations logo. Now this is my logo. Okay, and we're just going to see how exporting as PNG can help us have a transparent background. Okay, so let's come here and we see that we have the layers for the logo mark and the logo text, right? And we have the background layer. So let's just hide the background layer so that we now have a transparent background. And let's assume we want to export this as PNG so that we can use it as a watermark. Okay, we can use it as a watermark. We could place it somewhere. Just let's assume that's what we want to do, and then go to File, Export, Quick Export as PNG, and then Save. Now, if we go back to our folder, we're going to see that we've been able to export our file with no background. So we see that it has no background. So it means if you say, let's go back to this please, and drag it. If you drag our file down here, you're going to see that our file appears with no background. Okay, now we can see that it basically has no background. So that's how to export PNGs, or that's what a PNG file looks like. But if we export this as JPEG, just see what's going to happen. So let's say we want to export this as JPEG and go to JPEG. Where is my JPEG? Yeah, this is my JPEG. So let's assume we want to export this as JPEG. Let's just still export in the file in the folder. So let's save as JPEG and OK. Now we can then see that our file was given a background. You see, we had no background initially in Photoshop, but when we exported it as JPEG, it was given a white background. So JPEGs cannot have a transparent background. Only PNGs do have a transparent background. So that's one thing you should take note of. So let's assume we want to export for screens. We want to export so that we can interact with our design on the web, on our smartphones, on Instagram, and so on and so forth. All you need to do is to go to File, Export. And by the way, this also works. You can also use Save As for this purpose, but you can go to File, go to Export As, and then we are now presented with a preview of what we have. We can zoom in, zoom out. Okay, we can zoom in to see the quality. Now the quality is high and it's under PNG. So you see, we can save PNG, we can save JPEG, we can even save GIFs. Okay, but we're not covering that for now. So let's choose JPEG. As we reduce the file size, we'll basically see the preview here. So let me just take it to the lowest. Now we can see that our image is losing quality, right? So we can see that it's pixelating. So we can increase the quality or reduce the quality. But if you're going to use this on the website, you know that you want to keep the file size as low as possible, because you don't want your page to take forever trying to load the image, right? So you might just want to keep the file size as low as possible while maintaining some quality, so that if you're going to be exporting it for a website, so that's one thing you should take note of. Now you can actually increase the resolution. Now we can see that it's 1x, okay, 1x. So if we take it to 2x, it's going to be twice the size of our image, okay? It's going to be twice the size of our image. Let's make this 100, and then we can choose the image size. We can basically adjust the image size here, okay? That's the resolution. We can adjust the image size, we can adjust the scale, we can reduce the image size by making it 33% lower than the current. And we can see that even our size, that's in KB, is reducing. The size of our image is reducing just by adjusting the image size option here. So we can make it bigger by choosing 1x, or rather by choosing 150%. So it's 150% bigger than our current image. Okay, but let's just keep it at 100. Then basically that's all you need to handle, and then you can export. Now you need to open where you want to save the images. Let's save it as v2, version 2. Perfect. And let's try exporting our PNG using the same workflow. Okay, so export as. Now let's choose PNG. Perfect. Now we see that we now have our transparent background pattern, so we can do all of the settings here just like how we did for the JPEG, and we can hit export and then V1. Perfect. Now we've exported this as PNG, also using the same workflow. Now there is one more thing I want you to see when it comes to exporting. So let's go to File and start a new project, and now let's choose artboards. So let's hit OK, and let's assume we have multiple artboards. Okay, let's assume we have multiple artboards, and let's just you know what, let's delete this guy first. Let's delete. So I'm just hitting delete on my keyboard, and let's make this bigger, a bit bigger, and then bring in some images. So I want to bring in my transparent logo. Perfect. Okay, and then I want to duplicate the file or the artboard and bring in some other images. So let's bring this guy in. Let's make the image a bit bigger and just arrange it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and work with these two files, or these two artboards rather. You know what, let me just add one more. In second thought, let me just add one more artboard. Okay, so for this other one, I'm going to add this image. So I'm dragging into my artboard and I'm scaling them. Now, in order to scale evenly like this, all you need to do is to hold down Alt on the PC, or Option, I think, on the Mac. So you can hold down Option on the Mac or Alt on the PC. Okay, so and then just scale it. So it's going to scale evenly like this, and then all right. Now we have these three artboards which we want to export. So we have these three artboards which we want to export. So all we need to do is to go to File, Export, and Export As. Now let's wait for Adobe Photoshop to load all the artboards. Now we see that we have all our artboards here. Here we have artboard 1, artboard 2, artboard 3. It's copying the names of the artboards. So if we want to change this name, we have to change it from here. So we can give it a different name. Okay, let me just give the artboard a different name. So select, come to your layers panel, double click here, and then let's say logo. You see it's changed here, and then for the second one, let's see, family image, family. Then for the third one, okay, I made a mistake here. Okay, I just undid that. Then for the third one, we have shoe image. Shoe image. Okay. Now I'm going to go to File, Export, Export As, and we have our artboard, right? We have our artboards with our new names now. So we see that our artboards now have our new names. So if you want to export all of them, we can select all. If we don't want to export all of them, we can just choose the ones we want to select. Okay, and basically effect the same changes we effected when we saw how to export using this workflow. So we can bump up the image sizes or the quality, or maybe just make this 6 or 5. Let's say we want to just interact with them on the internet, right? So that's for this image. That's for this image. If we want to edit the options, we have to select the image. So we can see that this one still has PNG, so we take it to JPEG. And then for image size, we leave it at 6. And same also for this one. It has PNG, we can take it to JPEG. Okay. And then image size, leave it at 6 and export. And go to our export from Adobe folder and just select folder, and Adobe Photoshop has exported our files. So when we go back, or if we go back, we're going to see all our artboards perfectly exported. So you can see all of our files perfectly exported. Okay, yeah, so that's it for exporting from Photoshop. Close this, we don't need to save. Close this, we don't need to save. And also close this. And we don't need to save because we've worked on it. Perfect. So that will be it for this video, guys. See you in the next one.
Hey, so that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. We post new videos every week covering topics in the fields of graphic design and illustration, motion graphics and video, branding, and more. If you want to support us and get access to exclusive benefits such as the project files we use in our classes, a live chat with us, shoutouts, and more, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. You can join for as little as $3 a month, and the link to our Patreon page is in the description below. And if you want to take your learning to the next level, you can check out the complete course, of which this episode is a part of. And in the complete course, you get access to more than 10 hours of video lessons, project files and resources, class exercises, a Q&A section, a certificate of completion, and more. You can get the course for a special discount by using the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.